talk about a bad owner over there, and Jerry Jones. Talk about some guy way past his prime. He needs to retire. Like, Jerry Jones was literally seen in segregation photos. So in the 50s. So
Final episode, everybody.
yeah, final episode, everybody. Good morning and welcome to your favorite variety news show, giving you the latest, in our opinion, greatest news for your eardrum. You're listening to the spring semester season finale of the weekly roundup. I'm one of your hosts, Vince Vibes, also on his birthday, giving you football focus.
It's Dustin with Drama Digest.
Happy birthday, Dustin.
Whoa. Wrong one. And that's, hey, this is not the movie Good Enough, right? We're on a point here.
What?
Here at the weekly roundup, we are on point. It's Vince Vibes' birthday. Dustin, you had your spotlight, okay? Better luck next year. What? I celebrated you. All right.
This guy didn't give me anything.
I did it. I didn't know him at the time. I did, but I'm like...
What?
Wow, you something.
We were like in the middle of the fall. Wait, it was like the beginning of spring semester, wasn't it?
He doesn't even know.
It's March, so...
Yeah.
See, he doesn't know. Fake fan.
I guess so. Introduce yourself, Anthony.
I did already.
Oh, okay.
Anthony,
Introduce
show me
yourself,
spotlight.
Steven.
Steven as the game guru!
Oh, there you go. Man, what good energy for the last episode of the spring semester. Everyone's now done with their classes, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
We're done with my classes too, and everything's going pretty good on my end. I got looks like 2 B's and 2 A's. So
Nice. I'm pretty sure I passed too. That's all I need.
Hey, that's all I got.
That's all that matters, you guys. So long as you're best, that's all that matters.
Listen, C's get degrees at the end of the day.
That's what they say.
Yes, it is what they say.
Who said
so?
people that get C's.
People that get C's. So if you get a C, you just
Can we verify if they have degrees?
tell yourself that to sleep.
They thought of that little catchphrase. They have to have some kind of a degree.
If you're listening, show us your degree.
On the dead weekly roundup Discord that we haven't touched the spring semester.
I opened it up the other day and a cobweb formed on my phone.
Yeah. A big thing of dust flew out of my phone into my face, and I didn't like it. So.
Just package that up and put it back in the corner.
Or show us your degree on there, you know.
And while you're at it, show us those fun numbers in the front of your credit card and those 3 wacky numbers in the back.
I was going to say, we know that degree also probably has cobwebs because you're not using it.
if we know our listeners, and I think we do.
We tailored to the unemployed here.
I think we do get tailored to the unemployed here quite a bit. It's all switched to in the Costco, guys.
Yeah.
What else do you need?
Oh man, but football focus, I have a good show for you today. We have 2 main stories. We're talking about Steelers wide receiver going to Dallas, and then we're also talking about another Dallas staying with their team on a restructured contract. But we'll hit more of that on football focus. What are you talking about?
Well, I've got a couple stories here to wrap up the year. Maybe some callbacks, right? Maybe some callbacks to previous segments. I hate a clip show, but this isn't really a clip show, so.
Well, this is the season finale, so it's always good to reminisce on the good memories of this show.
We're going to talk about some friends of the show, some enemies of the show.
Friends of the show.
Good luck trying to figure who's who.
Yeah.
And cover some of the decline of some rappers that we all are pretty familiar with, but they just kind of keep spiraling down.
That's what we do. We spiral.
We spiral. Especially on this show, we constantly teeter. What are you talking about, Mr. Game Guru?
We're going to talk about a game that has been held back so many times to the point that every video on every social media platform that you'll see a comment, we got this before blank, and we kind of know what that ends on.
But Cyberpunk already came out.
I think you must be talking about the new Battlefield. Right?
No, I wish.
Maybe. We'll talk more about that on the Game Guru. What are you talking about, Showbiz Spotlight?
Hello, it's going to be an easy one for me. Final Minecraft movie update, and then I'm going to shelve that forever. And then I'm just going to rattle off some names of some movies that are coming out in the summer that I'm interested in.
Yeah, there you go.
We know all about rattling around here today.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess we can talk about this. It looks like your car is now inoperable, Dustin. It seems that the muzzle fell off.
Yeah, the whip decided to die on me today, so that's why I was a little bit late into the studio. But it'll all work out just fine in the end.
All fine and dandy, like cotton candy, as they say. Another good segue. Yeah, they do say that. Another good segue into, we're going to the baseball game tonight. Phillies versus Rays for my birthday.
Go Birds!
Phillies have so far led the series 2-0 in dominating fashion. 7-2 the first game, 7-0 the second game.
I caught part of that last one. That was rough.
They're going for the sweep tonight.
We're going for the sweep tonight. No one brought a broom.
We can't. They're prohibited. They knew. They prohibited.
The brooms are prohibited, along with a long list of things that are prohibited over there this time around here.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised on all the different prohibitions that they had.
Yeah, I know. I thought this was the fun zone. I guess
they want you to buy all the fun while you're in there.
Yeah, it uses a no fun zone unless you got the dollar bills.
We're all employed.
Yeah,
I know.
We are well,
most of us.
We're mostly employed.
Most employed. 3 out of 4. So
that's higher than the average, I think.
Reading rate in America. Yeah. So,
oh my God.
Also higher than that,
yeah.
So we're doing pretty good.
We are doing pretty good. It's a good life. When we come back, it's a football focus. But first, friend of the show, Kanye West and T-Pain with Good Life. And we're back with a football focus. And like I said, we're going to be talking about a trade that just happened to the Eagles' biggest rival, Dallas Cowboys. They actually got a good player in George Pickens. Not Philadelphia Eagles. The Pittsburgh Steelers have traded wide receiver George Pickens to the Dallas Cowboys. But this isn't for value or draft picks on the Steelers' part. It's because Mike Tomlin had enough. And here's why Mike Tomlin pulled the trigger on George Pickens. The Steelers sent Pickens in a 2027 6th-round pick to Dallas in exchange for a 2026 3rd-rounder and a 2027 5th-rounder. On the surface, it's not a lot. This is a pretty surprising move. I mean, in the NFL, picks are valued pretty high, but when you look at George Pickens should be seen as like a top wide receiver, a top player in the league. He was the leading receiver on Pittsburgh last year, and Pittsburgh didn't add any weapons in the draft. They traded for DK Metcalf. So you thought, whoever was at quarterback for the Steelers was going to have DK Metcalf and George Pickens.
Okay.
Wrong. According to the Steelers and Steelers insider Mark Caboli, this was Mike Tomlin's call, and it wasn't about football. Tomlin decided the rehabilitation project on Pickens needed to end. Pickens has been known to have aggressive behaviors in games where he's losing or in games that are not going his way.
Yeah.
He has a tendency to pull a certain other famous Steelers wide receiver, Antonio Brown, kind of moves and kind of act out.
Did you wanted him for the Eagles? Excuse me?
Listen. I now hope that he acts out on the Dallas Cowboys every week. But
he's going to be playing plenty of bad games.
He is going to be playing plenty of bad games. But matched up with CeeDee Lamb, that should be a nice little combo there. But I would have loved him on the Eagles. A.J. Brown and Pickens on the outside, Devonta Smith in the slot. You kind of can't go wrong there. Pickens, when he's playing, just like Antonio Brown, plays at a high level. He's a very good player. He makes great jump balls. He's a very aggressive deep ball catcher. So
yeah, but if his attitude is like that, even if the game doesn't go in his way, that's a Russian roulette.
What was that thing?
I mean,
there's a slight chance that if it goes right, it goes right. But
wide receivers are known to be divas. That's the thing.
We had a whole conversation. I'm sorry. We had a whole conversation a couple weeks ago about the guy from
Miami.
Yeah,
Right.
we had a whole conversation about how his attitude.
Well, that's because he was, causing anger out on his own woman. This is not. This is on the field. This is a different situation. This is a guy just playing ball, serious about winning.
Penalty for doing things at home.
I know. Well, yeah, exactly.
It might affect the game highly for your team or any other team that picks him up. At least for the Dallas Cowboys, everyone hates the Cowboys. They're trash.
They're America's team.
In the 90s, dust off the VHS tapes, get ready to watch the Super Bowl win. Man. But sources say Pickens didn't ask for a trade. He didn't want to leave Pittsburgh. He was happy with his situation. And the general manager wasn't the driving force either. It was Tomlin's sole decision to trade Pickens heading into his contract year, which the drama could have escalated because Steelers are in the running to sign Aaron Rodgers, and they didn't want big.
Rodgers is still out there.
They didn't want two big divas to clash with each other on potential contract years with both of them if Aaron Rodgers only signs with a 1-year deal to the Steelers. So Tomlin decided the talent wasn't worth the headaches anymore with DK Metcalf in the Steelers organization now, so he sent him away to Dallas. And, best of success to George Pickens. I, as a Philadelphia Eagles fan, hopes that every time he plays the Eagles, he crashes out hard and loses. But I hope for your success on any other team.
Any other day of the week. What a guy.
Any other team.
Any other team, but except for Cowboys. Please make them more trash.
So I hope the Cowboys have a terrible season this season. Like they do every season lately. And man, talk about a bad owner over there. And Jerry Jones. Talk about some guy way past his prime. He needs to retire. Like, Jerry Jones was literally seen in segregation photos. So
That's
like in the 50s. So
Final episode, everybody.
final episode, everybody. So listen, Jerry Jones is past his prime, or 60s. I apologize. He's old. He's an old man. He needs to. He doesn't understand the football game today. Scott Meyer is his coach right now. He could have had Ben Johnson. He could have had a bunch of other Aaron Glenn, and literally any other of the big hires. They didn't make any moves really for trades or signings for last year or this year until now with George Pickens. So maybe it's a hold up, let him cook moment, but
I doubt it.
I really doubt it.
The day I see the Cowboys in even close to the playoffs at all, I'll say that you know what, I'm not gonna say it.
What fish are you gonna slice?
No.
Probably a marlin or
Halibut?
something. You'd be really angry.
Oh. But do y'all think this was the right call, trading away somebody who could be a potential locker room problem, even though he has high value to him?
I can see it because you watch football and whenever a guy does like some unsportsmanlike conduct or whatever and they get hit with that big penalty, you're just sitting there like, dude,
come on,
this is so avoidable.
Right.
Yeah,
it's so avoidable. I'd be furious if I was like running the team and I was getting that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I understand that. What about you, Steven? What do you think about this trade?
Same thing he said.
Yeah.
It's literally something, it's something so avoidable. Like, okay, if you're gonna act out, do it outside the cameras. Don't even outside the cameras. Do it like at least locker room, that's it. Okay, what happened there stays in there. In the field, it's something.
Oh, don't tell that to Penn State players. Oh man,
That's crazy.
Anyways, speaking of Dallas, Dallas Goedert isn't going anywhere for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Moved it back around.
We did move it back around. If y'all know, Dallas Goedert is the tight end for the Eagles and was rumored to be traded this entire offseason. His contract year is after this season coming up. And he wants a lot of money, and we have a lot of big-name players that we kind of have to pay and keep in mind that we're going to have to pay in the next coming years. But it seems that Dallas Goedert has resolved the contract standoff with the Eagles and now has agreed to a pay cut to help the team win.
3P, here we come.
Yes. So Goedert will now earn $10 million instead of $15 million.
Oh, the poor guy.
And the base pay with another $1 million in incentives, depending on how well the team does in the regulars and playoffs for the next
just
upcoming
catch a
season.
touchdown when we bet on him.
I know.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
I could also have $15 million.
And we could also have $15 million. So Dallas Goedert, I'm gonna reach out to you. You better tell me what games you're catching touchdowns. We know the NFL's rigged. Anyways,
the opinion to the host of the Weekly Roundup does not necessarily reflect the Hawk Radio.
Don't sue us, NFL.
This is
anyways,
firing at everybody.
This is my birthday episode. I can say what I want. This is a win-win for the Eagles and Dallas Goedert, obviously. The Eagles keep one of Jalen Hurts' most reliable targets, a guy who's 9th among all tight ends in yards per game since 2019, while Goedert avoids free agency limbo and stays with the only team he's ever played for, getting drafted in the second round by us in 2019. So without this, we could have been in a weird scenario. We didn't draft a tight end. We do have Grant Calcaterra and Harrison Bryant, but we really didn't have a true tight end one. So if Dallas Goedert left, it kind of was going to be a scary situation who was going to be the starter there. But, with Goddard's playoff experience and his chemistry with Hurts, it was a no-brainer to keep him on the team, no-brainer to keep him within the organization. And I think I can breathe easy because I love Dallas Goedert. Goedert has played a huge role on our team since he's been drafted with us, and now he can take this team to the 2-peat to get to the 3-peat for the next 2 seasons, because I know the Eagles have it in them to win the Super Bowl this season. So we're looking up. As always, we're the best team in the league. We just got better, or we just stayed the same in betterness.
Okay.
And they trade like half the team.
We lost a lot of players, and we're still so good. You got to think, we lost Milton Williams, we lost Josh Sweat, we lost Brandon Graham, we lost Darius Slay and Isaiah Rodgers.
Laundry list of names.
But on top of that, we got Jahad Campbell from the draft. We're expecting Jalex Hunt and Nolan Smith to step up in the edge roles. We already have Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis still in the DT positions. We still have Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean in the cornerback roles. We don't really have a good slot corner right now, but the guy that we drafted in the 3rd round, or Keely Ringo, who's a Georgia alumni, either of them can step up to take the mantle of that role. We have Reed Blankenship in the back. So I think our defense, even though we lost a lot of players, is still one of, if not the best defenses in the league. And with Zach Bond and Jahad Campbell leading the linebacker unit, I only see us getting better and having a scarier defensive attack. And especially on offense too, we didn't lose anyone. We only got better. We have everyone from the Super Bowl team besides Kenneth Gainwell, who went to the Steelers on the offensive side. But we have Saquon Barkley. It'll be okay. Yeah. And we just picked up A.J. Dillon, who was the Packers running back for a long time, as our backup. So he should be good as a role.
You know what? I called him out on it, and he threw back every single fact.
Hey, that's what you get.
There were some names in there I had never heard before.
It's like arguing with ChatGPT.
Oh my goodness.
when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, I kind of am like an encyclopedia. I do love my team. I'm not a fake fan. There's a reason why every single outfit that I wear is a Philadelphia sports outfit. So
unless it's a shirt with your name on it.
Unless it's Vince Vibes merchandise. That is true. Or Jack Black, who might be my long lost father. Oh man, but
hey, that'd be cool.
That would be cool, right?
There's the next movie. The Weekly Roundup finds Vince's real dad.
Well, I know where my real dad is.
Yeah, he's in Hollywood making Minecraft 2. We fly out there.
In his mind. He's out in the streets somewhere though.
It.
Well, not in the streets, probably.
No, he's not in the streets.
Well, he's definitely. Well. Anyways, that was Football Focus. What a great segment that was. When we come back, it'll be the Game Guru. But we're gonna get it shoddy. Here's Get It Shoddy by Lily. We're back with the Game Guru. Game Guru, take it away.
Let me take my headphones off.
He was ready this time, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you audience?
But sadly, you guys, we're enduring this. Can you smell what gaming's been cooking, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Game Guru session. And today we're going to talk about a game that's been mostly delayed multiple times, and yes, that is GTA 6.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
GTA 6 is finally gonna come out.
It's right around the corner, right, Steven?
Yes, sir. And not at the same time.
Oh, what?
It's coming out. It's coming out next year.
Yeah.
They just delayed it again to May 26, 2026.
I was going to get into that.
Don't ruin my hopes and dreams, Steven.
Hey,
It's my
that was
birthday.
him. That was him. That was this man right here.
That was me. I was the man.
Pushed back before GTA 6.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
GTA 6 pushback before GTA 6. It's crazy. Oh my goodness.
We all know Vince was one who told me, of course, on the group chat. The second
breaking
trailer.
news.
Shout out Vince.
Thank you.
Yeah. So,
Thank you. Always providing good news when I can.
The second trailer was announced. I just saw it. It shows more detail what our main protagonist is going to do. It showed other side characters we might see throughout the game. And of course we all know some trailers are mostly just the cutscenes of the game mostly. You can see the detail on that.
Tell them about it.
Tell me about those details. I saw a picture of a video. They were drinking a beer and the bubbles. And
I was about to get to that.
You was literally
honed in on that one moment.
He told me about that outside that he was going to mention that scene.
That's how detailed it gets. Of course, sadly, the trailer doesn't show any gameplay yet. Rockstar usually hold down on gameplay once in a while. Maybe, I don't know, by the next trailer they'll show it or they'll do a live stream. But they did announce the reasoning of why it was delayed. Mm-hmm. If you go to their website, rockstar.com, and if you go check the GTA 6 section, it will say, hey, this is why we were delaying the game a little bit. They made these.
Why were they delaying it?
To polish it mainly, to make sure that it's polished properly.
Oh, they don't want a cyberpunk situation.
Yeah, they don't want to hit. They don't want
exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Everybody complains when stuff gets pushed out, but if a bad game comes out that's not finished, they're like, you're selling us unfinished games.
Yeah,
I still have trauma from Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. They pushed that game back for 3 years, and then it came out,
and
it was
still
the worst disaster of a game that I've ever played.
And the fact that it's part of the Arkham universe, it makes me mad.
I choose to believe it's not.
I'm as well, but I can't deny it, sadly.
It's not canon in my book. Canon can be whatever you want it to be. That's the great thing about storytelling.
Thank God I can't read.
You know, the president takes a page out of that book too, you know. Anyways, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm throwing shit.
No, you're good. You took out a bit of frustration.
Look how listeners it's coming for you.
If you also want to get roasted, call in.
Yeah, call in. I'm not gonna dox myself.
Do it twice.
I did.
Real fans know all your contact information.
Well, actually, it's bleeped out on the YouTube, so real fans don't.
No, all right.
Interesting. What YouTube is that again?
Is
at the Weekly Roundup _1.
_1.
You know, join our group.
I got another episode out this morning.
Woo woo! Well, I tried clicking on it. It said it was private, but maybe it's.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Maybe
You
it's
got.
now.
You better off checking your YouTube studios if it's like that.
Thank you, Stu. See, he knows. He's aware.
This
guy
No,
gets
it's
sponsors.
out. It's out.
It's out?
The Crash Out episode 2, Electric Boogaloo.
That was his suggestion. I take
Yeah.
suggestions from
Is
everybody.
that actually the title?
Yeah, that was my suggestion.
Nice.
It's a team effort, guys. I'm always.
It's a
Oh,
team
listen.
effort. That was the episode like 3 weeks ago, so we're almost up to date.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're up to
we're
date.
So
up to date.
that
Let's
was on
jump
the
it.
17th of April. We're now May 8th. What a glorious day this is, you know.
Yeah,
For no particular reason, you know.
That's the final episode.
Yeah, it's just the final
It's only the
episode
final episode of the season.
Of the
though.
season.
of
That's
the
what I meant.
season. We'll be back in the summer.
Yeah, listeners be advised, we will be on air all summer.
Yes.
So keep tuning in right here at
Well,
Talk Radio.
When you're,
think we
when
might
you're,
take a
tan-
week
when
or
you're
two break,
tanning on the
but-
beach,
Yeah, a week or two.
listen to us.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
That's
there
a
you
good
go.
idea. Bring us to the beach.
You got those.
Bring us
You got
to
those. You got those people next to you
Yes.
blasting music. You blast us a little bit louder.
Yeah.
You blast us a little bit
Yeah,
louder.
my screw should be stronger than any.
And then you walk
That's
over,
true.
and you show them Good Enough, the weekly Roundup movie. And
Not on the channel.
Yeah, when are we gonna get up?
Oh yeah, we should put that on the channel. It's on the Vince Vibes personal channel. It's doing pretty well. It's got like 60 views now.
Oh,
My
okay.
goodness. Weekly Roundup's most viewed video.
It's not on the channel.
It's not on the channel.
That's why White has more views.
Oh, well, we only lose on this show, so maybe it's because it's associated, you know.
Anyway, GTA.
You know, it's in Vice City, right? We're back in Vice City.
No. This,
No.
Yes,
What,
yes,
but it
we
is. It is.
Little
but that's
Column A,
one of the
Little Column
maps.
B. They're doing like a Grand Theft Auto San Andreas thing, so there's like, what, 4 cities on there or something.
Oh, okay.
From-
I think they have Tampa in there.
Is San Andreas on
Yes.
this?
That's gonna be the main map.
It's
of
all
GTA
like
6.
Florida
So,
vibes. There's like an
yeah.
Everglades. There's like a
Like there's like Tampa, their version of Miami, the Everglades, like you said.
It's not their version of Tampa. It's more their version of like Davis Island and like
Is
those
it?
kind of places, like Anna Maria
Yeah.
and like those kind of like little
Yeah, now I see it. Now I see
beach
it.
towns
If
and
they
stuff.
don't put a little Ybor City in there, they're messing up.
I know.
I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna count the chickens.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do unspeakable things to those chickens.
Whoa!
Hey!
Photo essays, right?
Welcome dog animal cruelty.
Whoa.
I'm
News packages, right? News packages on them.
Oh, that'd be fun. You go just go film them with your little like phone in the game.
So,
Submit that for an assignment. See if they notice.
so it's kind of in Vice City,
Interview
kind of in all of the Florida of GTA, whatever their Florida is called.
Yeah, their version of Florida. They mostly gonna, if I'm correct, they're gonna add in like each map from each GTA into this one big map in total.
Wait, what?
Excuse me.
You're
That's
saying
what-
that it's bigger than all of the GTA maps total?
Yeah, it's all. It's
okay,
all
okay,
the
okay,
maps.
I was about to
It's
say-
all the maps.
Yeah, I was like, if you put
LA
New
wouldn't
York
make
in there,
sense
that'd be pretty cool.
can you imagine if you could take the airport, fly to the GTA 5
Right.
map,
Yeah,
then
that'd be
fly
fun.
to the GTA 4 map?
That'd be tight.
Oh my
I'd buy
god.
that.
Anyways,
That's so far been.
The graphics get worse the further back.
yeah,
Holy.
really. It's the only way they can put all of them in the game. Like, I hope that one day there's like a GTA Online where it's like you can literally travel from all
That
the
would be
different places.
fun.
Like a
Oh,
giant hub.
Well, we know that that game developers listen to the weekly roundup.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we might see that now.
I know, we got hidden intel on Nintendo. And now this, you know.
Guys,
so,
I can't wait to play GTA 6 with you.
I know. It's going to be a lot of fun. Two main characters, Bonnie and Clyde style. Jason and Lucia. I've always known the decks is stacked against them. But when an easy score goes wrong, they find themselves on the darkest side of the sunniest place in America, in the middle of a criminal conspiracy stretching across the state of Lenida. That's what Florida is called.
Okay.
That's Florida
Lena?
backwards.
Leanda? I don't know.
I'm still trying to get these freaking
Leonda?
names right.
Leonda. I think Leonda.
Leonda?
I don't know. Anyways,
Wow.
forced to
Wow.
rely on each other more
When the game drops, we'll hear.
if they want to make it out alive. So, interesting story. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't think they can top GTA 5 story.
Yeah.
Maybe I can.
I mean, maybe, but I really loved the GTA 5 story. I've played that game maybe 4 or 5 times. GTA 4 also had a great story with Nico. Even before that, San Andreas is a great story.
Yeah.
We were talking about the plot twist. I feel like...
Oh, the one where you find out that Big Smoke is actually ordering for everybody, not for himself?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was actually generous? I thought he was just fat. And he was trying to have the whole gang eat, and we all made fun of him this whole time.
What ending did y'all choose in GTA 5?
I saved everybody because I felt like that was probably the...
Yeah.
Yeah, same
one you're
here.
supposed to
Same
do.
there.
Yes, I think so. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember losing anybody.
The first time I played, I killed Trevor.
You know
Oh.
what? That's accurate. That's accurate.
Because I thought
Everyone's
that was
wanted the-
He's a horrible person.
He's a horrible person. I thought that
I think
was
he might
the
be a
like the
serial
actual ending. I thought it was.
I mean, who isn't in that game?
Yeah, that's true.
How
be honest.
can you tell that Trevor is a serial killer? How can you tell?
I mean,
He's
while they all
definitely a
kill
tweaker.
pedestrians all the time, I feel like he enjoys it more. And he has more like actual scripted things where he's like serially killing people.
Yeah, but I mean that's pretty much the segment.
Yeah, that's pretty much the segment. GTA 6 is gonna be fire. I know that for a fact. When online drops, if they drop on GTA 6 online, if they don't,
I mean, they absolutely
That's a-
will. The question
yeah,
is,
that's
if they're
gonna shoot
drop it
them
at
in the
launch.
foot. That's gonna shoot them in the foot hard. But I am curious how much DLCs this new GTA is gonna have. That's what I'm curious. Because GTA 5 has some good
GTA
DLC.
5 still gets
Typically,
DLC.
They have wait really?
Yeah.
Oh well, like
It's like online
yeah,
online.
Online
Because they
free,
never have
yeah.
like regular
Yeah.
like DLCs. It's just like,
And that's what I'm
base.
hoping, that they'll keep it free. That the only way you can get them is just grind the game a little bit, do some couple heists and whatever, and when
Grind the
you
game
get
a little bit is kind of a major
I'm-
understatement.
you know what I'm
grind
trying
the
to
game
say.
a lot to get anything in that game, unless you want
But
to.
you know what I'm trying to say, though. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I get it.
That like
Again,
If
audience,
they-
you
if
want to
they
give
put
us
it as
those
a
funny
payroll-
numbers on the back of your credit card.
On the weekly Roundup Discord. Anyways, what is today, Steven?
well, of course, one of them is your birthday. First of
Dang
all,
right,
happy-
it's my
happy birthday.
Hogradio.primostream.com.
Talkradio.primostream is my birthday. By T-Pay is my dog's birthday. When we come back, it'll be Drama Digest. And we're back. Drama Digest, take it away. Or famously,
well, are you gonna say Diddy Digest?
Daily Rap. Oh,
oh, Daily Rap.
R.I.P. Daily
Talk
Rap.
about
That's a deep
archives.
cut
Talk
right
about the cobwebs forming.
Well, you know, I think one of the reasons it died is because Rappaport was right there. It
Rappaport
lacked
was right
alliteration, and it found itself lacking.
Well, it might be back one day. Who knows?
You never know. You never know.
this man's never gonna stop talking about football. What do you mean?
I kind of got the football thing and ran with it. It's mine now. But
So I actually am going to get into a little Diddy Digest before the segment is over. But before I do that, I want to get into something else. Something I'm a little bit concerned about. Because we're all in the podcasting space, right?
all right,
so,
tell us what you're concerned about, Dustin.
Well, I'm afraid that we've got some pretty stiff competition coming up.
I'll talk to him back.
Famous, well, you know, top two, they're coming back, but I think this could be potentially even better.
Ooh.
World famous mathematician and actor Terrence Howard has planned to launch a podcast
Oh my goodness.
exposing Hollywood. He's going to expose all the dirty stuff, all the secretive things that are taking place in Hollywood.
It's glad they found
Of
out.
Empire fame, you know, Terrence Howard.
He was also in the first Iron Man.
MCU fame, yeah.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
in the first Iron Man.
They replaced him with Don Cheadle and never explained it.
Yeah, they did replace him with Don Cheadle and never explained it. Don Cheadle's a good actor, though.
Don
so.
Cheadle is a good actor.
They did explain it kind of. They're just like, listen, it's me. You know it's me. Let's move on. They say that in the movie.
That's crazy.
You know it's me. Yeah, come on,
It
guys.
happened. This is what it is. We just move on.
That was that weird call by Marvel at the time, but I guess it worked out in the end.
Well, you know, I think probably what happened was Terrence actually had to step away to focus on science because I don't know if you guys have been following his career lately, but he's been making some pretty incredible discoveries in the field of mathematics and quantum physics and stuff.
What has he been discovering?
Well, he discovered that 1 times 1 is in fact 2, not actually 1, and because of that, he's cracked the code of physics, God, the universe, and everything.
yeah.
Steven's right there.
I looked up Terrence Howard.
I'm holding
I looked
back
up
my
Terrence Howard in the
thoughts.
first news line was Terrence Howard passed on Marvin Gaye biopic because he didn't want to kiss a man. That's the new. That's the.
What's the math on that one?
No question.
Bro, that's hilarious.
Oh wow. Oh, Terrence Howard, wild claims about P. Diddy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
see, there you go.
You know, that's what I'm saying. These are the kind of things that he's going to be exposing on his.
Listen, the people in
podcast.
Hollywood need a voice, and he's going to provide it.
Well, I hope he gets Orlando Brown on there.
Oh, yeah.
I think they could really cook.
What's he doing?
But well, he's crashing out a lot these days.
Hate to see it.
Yeah, you kind of do. But you know, no word yet on when this podcast is going to be released or what it's going to be called or where you can find it. But keep you guys posted when it does eventually come out, and we can all expand our minds.
Maybe we'll get him as a guest.
Well,
maybe we'll be a guest for his
yeah.
podcast. Ooh.
Maybe we could. You know, I did just say I just sort of endorsed all of his insane claims, so he might like that. He might bring me on the show.
So it says that P. Diddy invited Terrence Howard for weeks to try to come and teach him how to act and be his acting coach. Terrence's assistant.
Terrence is a better actor than Diddy.
No, other way around.
Oh, okay.
Terrence's assistant felt Diddy was attempting to get intimate with Terrence and telling their boss, "I think he's trying to get in with you."
Come on, Diddy.
No. He cut off Diddy after all and saying you shouldn't have. Well, he then says some stuff that we can't say on air, Terrence Howard. But basically, he cuts off Diddy after making the revelation that maybe Diddy wants something more with him instead of an acting coach.
Well, you know, that's entirely possible, and it kind of segues me into
A different kind of act.
my next story. So this guy is an interesting character. Let me see if I can remember his name.
Banter.
This guy named Jonathan Odie.
Jonathan Odie,
Now,
tell me about him.
this guy used to be an adult film actor.
Okay.
Right? He later ended up shooting up one of Trump's resorts and was arrested.
Oh boy.
And while he was being interrogated, he made some pretty big revelations. He says, you know, I knew Diddy for years. Right?
What?
Yeah, I knew
Was he
Diddy for
saying this as a reading his Miranda rights?
No, he did the interrogation. It was like, look, I've known Diddy for years, and you know, I don't know if I can say this, but I was his. You know, he used me, right? He used me for my body, and I didn't really have that much of a choice. Is pretty much what he said. But he said, you know, he's at all the Diddy parties, right? And some other people, he ended up implicating in that too. Rick Ross, the rapper, not the drug dealer.
The one who likes pears?
Yes.
Okay.
And also DJ Khaled. He says those guys are all gay for each other and always at the Diddy parties. And you know, they're probably right in there with, you know, knowing a lot of Diddy's dirty laundry.
You know, with the projected jurors list coming out for the Diddy trial coming up, they read some names to the juries to try to, like, if you know these actors, saying that these names are going to come up frequently.
Oh, do we have the list?
In the title. We do have some names, including Michael B. Jordan.
Oh boy.
Oh, I heard about that too. Yeah.
Mike Myers of Austin Powers
What?
fame.
Austin Powers?
And friend of the show,
Shrek?
Kanye West.
Yeah, Shrek? Oh,
yeah. No way.
Yeah, well, yay. There is no suggestion that the celebrities are implicated in Diddy's alleged crimes, but are critical for jurors to state whether they're familiar with these names just because they might have some, you know, cross-contamination. You can't, if you know these people or you love
being
them.
familiar with the name mean? I mean, I know who these people are. But I don't know
Well, if
personally.
you say you like Kanye's music a lot, you're gonna obviously be more biased to swing if Kanye is in a bad situation with this Diddy trial. Same thing with Michael B. Jordan. If you like the Creed movies, they're probably not gonna pick you.
How big is this list? You're not gonna find anybody.
Also on the list is Kid Cudi.
That's over.
Michelle Williams, Don Richard, and what's the other girl? And Cassie Ventura, Diddy's ex-wife.
Oh, right.
So those are the names that have been read out to people on the potential jurors list.
Okay. Well, you know, we'll have to wait and see. You know what. You know, in what way they're mentioned and everything like that before we say anything too crazy about them. And I do also want to say that take everything this guy says with a grain of salt, because I'm looking at his mugshot right now, and he does not look like a well man.
Oh,
so,
get him on the Terrence Howard podcast.
maybe that guy wasn't telling the truth, but
yeah, but you know, he might have been telling the truth.
he might have been
is the
telling
thing.
the truth too.
I wouldn't really surprise me. I mean, of course, he looks crazy now. He survived Diddy.
When he
I
also-
survived.
Wait, wasn't that a documentary
Yeah, it
that
was,
came
yeah,
out?
Surviving Diddy.
A surviving
Yeah.
Diddy. Like,
Bieber
they
was
really
crazy
love
now, too.
capitalizing on hot moments as
Oh,
they happen.
absolutely.
Like the Luigi thing happened, and then 2 weeks later there was like the manhunt, the capitalistic murder of Luigi.
I heard about that. I think maybe you were telling me about it, but I definitely
Yeah.
heard about that thing coming out. And then it ended by like not having a verdict or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So, anyways, showbiz spotlight, I guess, or unless you
Oh,
got
is
anything
that it?
else.
Well, yeah. Actually, I do wanna call this out because I think it's pretty funny. Bobby Shmurda, he got out obviously a while ago, right? He was trying to do a national tour. He had to cancel it because he was only on average selling 10 tickets per city.
No.
So that's not good.
Nobody wants to see Bobby.
That's not good at all. You know, no, nobody wants to see Bobby. Following his downfall a little bit is Ye's career not doing too well either. He had Donda 2 released last week, only sold 6,100 units. So that's pretty sad. But while those guys are on the way down, Soulja Boy is on his way back up. He's the first rapper to ever have his own app.
What?
It's the Soulja Boy app. I don't know what it does. It says it's social media. So maybe he's doing like his own Twitter thing.
Soulja Boy always
download?
loves capitalizing on things. He made the Soulja Boys like the gaming console.
Oh, who could forget that? Yeah, he's always on the cutting edge of technology.
He's an entrepreneur.
He's like the Steve Jobs of our time, really.
I don't know about all that. He's definitely
This is a Soulja Boy
Boy
gonna come out.
You.
But that is gonna do it for Drama Digest. As usual, we have almost no time, so let's throw it to Showbiz Spotlight.
That's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Take care of it.
Anthony doesn't mind being at the end of the show.
Nobody puts Anthony in the corner.
No,
Except my son.
Except, yeah, Anthony puts himself in the corner. He's constantly teetering.
Boy, I hope this arc doesn't continue the next season.
We all do.
One of us
Just
has
wanna
to
see you get better.
constantly teeter. That's the thing.
Yeah, we can like rotate the teeter.
No. Then it wouldn't be a teeter. Then it'd be like a you know.
One of those tilt-a-whirls.
a
they have
tilt-
in the
yeah.
car.
A teeter is like a swing saw. It goes up and down, up and down.
Yeah, up and down.
Anyways.
Maybe we can get you on lithium over the break.
Oh. Where's a local psychiatrist?
I took a
when you
whole
need one?
semester of psychology right here at HCC. So that's,
Come step into my office.
Step into my office. We're doing out here.
We have a couch now.
Oh, you gave him the idea. This is the next weekly Roundup movie.
I'm doing therapy stuff. That's funny, dude.
Right? I'll
pretty
just walk
funny.
in and like tell her. Anyways, showbiz spotlight, movie time.
Speaking of movies.
Speaking of
Yeah,
movies,
there you go. Bring it back around.
There you go. So final Minecraft movie update, because why not? We're all big fans of the movie. All of us saw it. All three of us saw it. Three-fourths of us saw it.
3/4.
It is currently at $876 million. It has slowed to a crawl, that money-making machine. I don't think it's going to hit $1 billion, which is a real shame.
I think it had its flame moment, and then it kind of, flamed out in the box office. Already hitting digitals in May 16th or May 18th, so very soon.
I mean, $800 million is nothing to scoff at, but yeah, it's not going to, unfortunately, hit that $1 billion mark.
There's always Minecraft 2 and Alex Story. That's gonna get a Billy.
But anyway, yeah, I guess if it does break the $1 billion, I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
But if not, that'll be the last one. That'll be the last update.
Last
For
Minecraft
now,
movie update.
Thunderbolts came out. People seem to really be loving that movie.
Now coined the new Avengers.
The new Avengers, little minor spoilers, but the MCU did it themselves. So
Little minor spoiler.
that one's currently at 173 million, number 6 on the list of worldwide box offices. So pretty good, pretty solid start. I'm curious because the Superman movie comes out
In July.
and the Thunderbolts is supposed to be Marvel's way of kind of getting away from the more, I guess, childish, like comedic thing they had going on. It's supposed to be more grounded, more kind of good. I'm sure there's still more.
Right,
Yeah,
like
there'll
like
be
the
some-
past, like the original MCU movies. where they were
Basically,
more
yeah, and
grounded.
then it's funny because DC is going in the opposite direction with the Superman movie. That one's a lot more I mean, it's not.
It's not comedic, but it's leaning into James Gunn's style of like the Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's more vibrant,
Squad, where it's still gonna have serious matters and serious things, but the world is, like you said, a lot more vibrant, a lot more.
It's not Man of Steel. It's not The Dark Knight. It's not anything like that.
It's more
rooted in the comics.
Yeah.
So I'd be curious to see, because those are two very opposite directions, and see if they're both successful, or if one comes out on top. I mean, Marvel has dominated the movies where DC hasn't been able to really get a foothold.
No.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see if the Switch helps DC in any way.
I think this will be the big factor for DC if it doesn't go off. We play Fortnite around here, and the next big rumor is actually the next season is going to be a DC season going along with the Superman release. There's supposed to be like a Fortress of Solitude that's going to be on the map.
You mentioned Gotham as well.
Yeah, Gotham is rumored. Robins are rumored. So it's supposed to be like a more DC-based superhero season. We'll see how that turns out.
Dude, one Batman, 3 Robins in a squad.
Oh my god! No, we gotta have like the whole Bat family. There's gotta be like Robin, Batman, Nightwing.
Oh.
You know, one of us has to be Batgirl, Steven.
No. I'd rather be Red Hood.
Oh yeah, Red Hood. There you
I'd rather
go.
be Red Hood or Red Robin.
Yeah.
Is Red Hood not just Nightwing? No.
No, it's just, yeah.
Never mind.
Come on, man.
I caught myself. Fake fan.
Know your stuff, man. But that should be a fun movie in the summer, and it should be a deciding factor for DC. They made Creature Commandos, which was like their first thing into their new DCU, which was like an animated Max show. It was like 8 episodes.
Okay.
Very TVMA. There's a lot of everything in that show. So as that being the starting point of our DCU, besides like the Suicide Squad movie that came out a couple years ago, the new one, not the old one.
Yeah, Blue Beetle afterwards.
Blue Beetle, I think, is gonna stay in the universe.
Yeah. Blue Beetle was actually, I think, if I'm correct, was the first official film of that universe.
Well, it wasn't official yet, but James Gunn loved it so much that he's like, I want this Blue Beetle in on my universe.
Is it like an Incredible Hulk situation where no one ever remembers that was the first?
Right, Edward Norton as the Hulk.
Oh, dude, bring him back.
I kind of like.
Are there Hulk multiverses? Bring him back.
Oh yeah, there could be. You know, there's a great storyline in the comic books where they send Hulk to another planet because they deem Hulk to be too dangerous for the world. World War Hulk. He that planet that he gets sent to, he falls in love with the creatures there. That whole world gets nuked, and then Hulk comes back to Earth.
I want to see that as a movie.
And to like destroy all the Avengers, and it's like a Hulk versus everyone kind of storyline. I would love to see that.
Yeah, but they messed it up in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah,
they messed it up. Because that was meant to be that moment.
That was supposed to be the starting moment. Yeah, the Gladiator Hulk.
Yeah, that would have been the moment. That would have been World War Hulk right there.
But
they messed it up.
Give us a couple more movie names before we go, because you said you were going to give us some movie names for the summer.
Hold on Banter. The final Mission Impossible. The Fantastic Four movie comes out this summer.
I am excited for that too.
28 years later, we talked about that on the show.
Yeah, I might watch that.
How to Train Your Dragon, Steven.
Oh my goodness. Steven said last night on our meeting that he loves How to Train Your Dragon.
And he also said he hated Nintendo, so I was pretty confused.
Yeah.
I like Nintendo. I respect them, but I prefer How to Train Your Dragon because DreamWorks been cooking.
Karate Kid, Jurassic World gets another reboot. F1, the most expensive movie ever, I think. That's famous claim, and a lot of other ones.
All right. Well, that's the end of another successful season of the Weekly Roundup. Happy birthday to Vince Vibes.
Thanks, my man. I appreciate that. We're going to the game tonight. Should be a fun time, and we'll see y'all when we come back for the summer season of the Weekly Roundup. You
Stay
can
tuned.
Listen to us on YouTube at the Weekly Roundup 1_1. Bye.
Peace.